So anyway, without further ado, please welcome Sanjeev Verma.
Looking at all of you here and being over the age of 45, I assume you might have thought many times in your life that if my mind worked differently, what I would have done differently. Have you ever held your mind responsible for some of the mistakes you have made in your life, or some of the situations in your life, or some of the circumstances in your life? How many of you? Yeah. Now, if you knew somehow that you could have a mind which was so much in your control that you knew exactly what you are doing and what the outcome is going to be, would that be a good situation to be in? Yeah. Would that make a difference in life? Yeah. Sure. So there are two factors. One is mind, one is thought. Do you think mind and thoughts are same, or they are separate, they are different? Any ideas? They are different? Mind and thoughts are different? Okay. What is mind? What it consists of? Thoughts. Okay. Yes, cognition. Um, Anything else? Mind. Hmm?
Logic.
Logic. Yes. Beliefs.
Belief.
Yeah. Also, dreams. Yes. Mind has three different stages. One is waking state, one is a dream state, and one is a deep sleep state or sleep state. Mind also reacts to emotions, feelings, right? Okay. Essentially, tell you how this whole thing works, and starts right at the moment when you're born. Just right at that moment, you enter into universe on this planet. The moment you come out, all your five senses are active for the first time, and they start receiving information. Do you know what these five senses are? Any ideas? Sense of seeing, sense of hearing, sense of touch, sense of taste, sense of smell. All of them are active for the first time, and they start receiving information. And as they start receiving information, our thought process starts right there and then. And at that moment, everything around you, people, their energy, light, whether it's morning, it's evening, the whole universe, all planets, all constellations, everything has an impact on you. Boom, the moment you come out. And this impact remains with us all our life. And as we grow older, from that point on, we keep on receiving information. We keep on building up our belief system based on that information. And that becomes our thought process. Anything has been told to us right from our childhood, by our parents, by our peers, by siblings, by society, by teachers, by environment, everything builds up our conditioning, our identifications, and make us a person who we are. Do you agree? Do you think that's how it goes? Okay. If I ask you who you are, what you would say, possibly? Who you are? Who you are? Anybody would say something? I mean, just you are a mother? Yeah, okay. Sister, okay. Anybody else?
Your roles that you play to
Exactly.
individual.
Yeah, so our identifications are that what we think who we are. Mother, sister, a woman, Canadian, white, brown, whatever. Your name, everything else. On an average, a person can relate with more than 500 identifications. Depends on who and how many people this person interacts with. If you interact with 1 billion people, believe me, you will have 1 billion identifications. Some will think you are a good person, some will think you are a bad person, some will think something, something, something. Some wouldn't like your hair today, some wouldn't, and if they keep telling you all this, you will start to believe in it. And belief system is built with identification also. Do you really think you are who you are? Do you really think that you are that person who you have been told?
Sometimes. Depends on who's talking.
We all believe that we are this person. There's no denying about that. But are we actually that person? Can we be something else than that? We can be something else. So anything we have been told and we have believed in and we have identified with and we think this is who we are is actually the problem, because we don't relate with something else which we could be. And what it means is that I am not this body, and with this body all identifications are attached. And if we realize that I'm just not this body, I'm also not my mind. If my mind keeps on telling me this is who you are, this is who you are, this is who you are, and you at one point realize that I'm this mind also, I'm not this mind also, then there has to be something else than who we are. Are we a bundle of our thoughts or our conditionings or our identifications? Who essentially we are? Are we bound by our destiny and this is the way it is supposed to be? Can we make a difference somewhere? Do we have a free will available? Is there really a free will available? So some of these questions would be answered in today's this small little frame of time we are going to be here. Hi. Good. So this is how it works. 5 senses receive information. Just like everybody goes to movies, right? So in a movie, there is a reel, or these days DVDs, there's a projector, and there's a screen. So information is in the reel. Projector processes it and reflects it on the screen. That's what we see. Information received by 5 senses is like that reel. Brain processes it and reflects it on the screen of mind. Where is this screen of mind in our body? Any ideas where it would be? Up here? Or it is somewhere else, or it is in the whole body, or where is it?
The brain.
Brain is the processor.
Okay, the screen.
Screen, it reflects on something. We see images, we see colors, we see, we hear, we connect with it. Where do we hear it?
From your heart.
Heart could be one of the places. Okay. We have this infinite screen within us, in every single cell, and that's what we call mind. Now, when you go and see a movie, images are coming on the screen. This screen is made of some material. It is made of something. Our screen is made of something also, this mind screen. Any clues what it would be made of?
Energy?
Energy, yes. But what kind of energy is that? What is it, in fact? It is energy for sure. Okay, it's made out of consciousness. Heard of consciousness? Okay. So it's the basis of everything. It's the basis on which everything reflects as images, as words. And that's what we see inside us. We don't see something in our eyes. We see something behind the eyes. Eyes process and take the image and reflect it somewhere, maybe in the back here. But it's infinite in here in this small little space. So when you look at a sky, which is thousands of square kilometers right ahead of you, how do you see that small into your small little brain or in your mind somewhere? How can you see that? It defies all principles of light and vision. So there has to be something equally big in there to see it. So it is actually infinite. And that's why it is consciousness, which is equally outside, equally inside. Does it make sense, or it's going somehow? Are you with me, or you are not saying anything, so I don't know. Sort of, yeah. Okay. Okay. Okay, coming back to thought. How thoughts are formed and where they are and where they reside and how they reflect. Do you know where thoughts live? Do they live outside or inside?
In our consciousness.
In our consciousness. Where they have gone, how they have gone there.
They live inside and outside.
Through our
And
five
outside.
senses.
Huh?
From our five senses.
Five senses, yes. So every single thought you can ever imagine or have, anytime, ever in life, is already out there. It cannot be going inside unless it is out there. Unless you receive it and take it in, it's not going to be there. But once it goes in there, then it pops up back from there. In our thinking process, or sometimes randomly. Have you ever seen a background movie going on? You know, you're doing something and there's a background movie going on all the time. There's just free floating thoughts moving all over the place in your consciousness. So, thoughts are received from outside, they go inside, and then they start to accumulate there. And anytime we have any experience of any sort, that is also registered inside in our subconscious mind. And as it is registered inside, every time you are going to be in the same situation, you are going to react exactly the same way. Give you an example, like if you were exposed to a dog bite in your childhood, you will be scared of dogs all your life, possibly, right? Anytime a dog attacks you, you will have the same response if at that time in your childhood, if your response was to run away, you will run away. If your response was to fight, you will fight. Or if your response was to freeze, you will freeze. Response is going to be almost identical because it's already in the history. Okay. I want to give you something here. Okay, these are three different screens of mind. This is our conscious mind, this is our subconscious mind, and this is cosmic mind. Can you hear me all? Okay. So conscious mind is the mind at which we operate at. We receive information, we get it in our conscious mind, and we react to it. Or our whole action, reaction, cause, effect, everything is dependent on this. Conscious. We are conscious of our thoughts. Information received, reflected, and then subconscious mind is a screen, say, behind the screen of this conscious mind. Maybe it's a deeper layer of it. So in this subconscious mind, some of the thoughts from here, they slide into it. Now, what kind of thoughts we get? Good and bad, positive, negative, mostly. We can divide them into two parts or two categories, good and bad. So, good thoughts, bad thoughts, both equally slide into it. Subconscious mind does not discriminate between good and bad thoughts. It doesn't know what's good, what's bad. There is something in between here and here is another factor which we call intellect. Intellect has the power of discrimination to know what is good and bad. But every single thought we have at this level, we decide at this level what kind of thought it is. But once it's gone in here, it is going to be in the seed form here, like a little seed of positive thought or negative thought. I'll take you back. It may not be making too much sense right now, but I'm going to bring you back why I'm explaining this. So once you have a thought here, whether it's a good thought, bad thought, or whatever it is, all these ones here, each single thought has a vibration, has a frequency. And same frequencies, they attract each other. So if your mind is at alpha state, and there are certain frequencies at which your thoughts are vibrating, then it will go out in the cosmic mind here and start to look for the same frequency here. And what is cosmic mind? What would that be, possibly?
Some people call it universe.
Yes, exactly.
Unified energy of mind and
Yeah. It is essentially what we live in. What we live in is cosmic mind. If I will take you too deep into that, then the world is nothing else but it's a thought process. It's the mind of something which is absolutely infinite, very huge. We can call it God or universe or energy or whatever we call it. And in that mind, all this is going on. It's very hard to comprehend that. But there is nothing out there which is not in here. It's absolutely same. So anything vibrates out from here to here to here and connects with this, it comes back as experience in our lives. We are actually nothing else but bundle of our own thoughts. What we created, what we desired, this is who we have become. And if we change that frequency, if we learn to change that tune or that radio station and vibrate on a different frequency, we can change our lives. We can transform. We cannot change this body. It's not going to change. If I'm Sanjeev, I'll remain Sanjeev. I'm a brown guy, I will remain a brown guy. I will be who I am, because when I started up my journey, I was vibrating at certain thoughts and which formed my destiny already. So that part cannot be changed. But I can influence my future. I can influence my coming years. And how I can influence that? If I want to have a positive experience in my life, I want to attract a positive experience in my life, then I have to have something positive here in the subconscious as a seed. The seed is going to come to fruition when it's going to connect with the same frequency here in the cosmic mind. And that will become my experience of positivity. Making sense?
I have a question.
Yes.
So if the thought that you're having is in the conscious mind and not in the subconscious mind, then the conscious mind can't connect with the...
Yeah, the conscious, it's like this. It's a lake. Mind is like a lake. I'll give you another example. It's just like a lake. There are small ripples on the top. These ripples, they will come and go. They don't have much strength, much energy, much power to go deep down. There are some thoughts which are going to go in your subconscious mind. Most of them, about 80% of them, are going to go into your subconscious mind and come to fruition sometime in life. And how they slide into that space is, we don't even know, but start to slide as our belief system, as what I think I deserve, as I think who I am. It's on a very subtle level, and we just don't know when it has entered into that place. If I'm having a bad experience in my life at this point, it's no fluke. I created that, but it's hard for me to believe that I have created that. Why would I create a negative experience in my life? I have. Anybody had any worse thoughts ever?
Bad thoughts?
Worst possible bad criminal thoughts. Anybody had that? I think everybody had that. Everybody. I mean,
Yes.
it's almost impossible not to have.
Right.
Everybody had those kind of thoughts. But you believe that, no, I'm not this person, so I'm not going to react to it. I'm not going to put it in motion. You think, what am I thinking? I'm not this person. And you neglect that thought. You don't give that thought any experience or any energy or any power. It comes as a ripple, goes. You ignore it, essentially. But if you start to plan on it, you can put it in action. You can actually kill someone. And this is how people kill people. No? Because something came up, they gave it energy, they took control of that, started giving it direction, and implemented it. Now it's a chain of reaction to that one single thought. It came up, and then from there to there to there, it can influence number of lives. It can destroy a number of lives. It can make number of lives. So another thing about thoughts going into subconscious is directly related with intention and what you think, what you deserve. Intention is a big thing behind putting anything in subconscious. Anything done with intention is definitely going to slide into this. It's not going to be just a ripple on the top. It's not a free floating thought, it's just coming in your